Good morning, and I will warn you, I've changed the name of the show for today.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day to be in the center of it all in
Oh,
Fairfield.
I love it.
I'm Mark Turner, Claire Vaughn. Ken Harris has joined us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Yeah.
I'm doing well.
Well, I was out walking the dog this morning. I saw the moon and the sun rehearsing Monday's eclipse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. The T-shirts I've seen where it's the sun got mooned. Have you seen those?
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
I've not seen that
There's
one.
several really clever ones
I
out
know.
there right now.
I appreciate a good pun, so that is, yeah, I've been enjoying seeing those online, too. But I'm wearing my Fairfield, Illinois, let's see, center of it all, solar eclipse T-shirt. The rec committee and local businesses actually donated these to all the Wayne County schools, to the kids in the school. So they're all wearing them to school today. At least Northside is, I know.
And they've also got eclipse glasses.
They got eclipse glasses, and they got sent home free tickets to Little Texas tonight with the purchase of an adult ticket, right? So we're excited. We hope we see a lot of the kids out there tonight in their solar eclipse T-shirts.
And when you do come out, dress accordingly.
Yes, dress warm. It's not near as warm as we thought it was going to be today. Originally it was, 70, 72. Now it's like high of what, 52?
Yeah.
So not...
But the sun is going to shine.
The sun's going to shine. And
For a little bit.
For a little bit. Bring your blankies, bring your hoodies, dress warm.
I'm packing my propane fire pit.
Oh, are you? Hey, yeah, everyone hang out in Mark's box seat with his propane fire pit. Disclaimer.
Actually, if you get that many people in that box,
right,
it's going to be warm anyway.
Yes, they're not super huge to fit four
no,
adults in there.
And it's a very small fire pit.
Okay. Oh, Andrew Miller will be calling you.
I know, I'm just joking, Andrew. So
I know. I was like, should I say this is a joke or?
Yeah. I'm April Fool's Day joking a week ahead of time.
I was talking to someone the other day, and they told me all of April you can play April Fool's jokes because April 1st is too obvious, right? Everyone's on their on alert.
Yeah.
So they do it all month, and.
I do it all year.
All year, yes, exactly. Actually, it was TT Nails, Tom from TT Nails. He was telling me he's been getting people, But yeah, it's funny. I like some jokes, some practical jokes. So, and we got funny man Ken Harris with us today. So we're excited. Tell us how'd the presentation go last night at the Fairfield Library?
It went very well.
Good.
I had a total of 33 guests there.
Love it.
Which was a nice sized little crowd there.
Yeah.
And had some really good questions at the end.
Good.
About some of the particulars.
Yes.
And so I thought it went well.
Good, good. So what kind of things did you talk about? You want to give us your presentation again? Today may last longer than an hour, guys. No.
Well,
I know safety is one thing you're very...
Yes, that's the big part.
Yes.
That's what I do at the very end.
Okay.
And spend the most time on is how to view the eclipse safely.
Right.
And when to have your glasses on, when you can take them off, when you should put them back on.
Yes.
I went through all that again, and had them practice.
Good. I know that's one thing I'm worried about just with young kids, right?
Yes.
4 and 6 years old. And one of them that does not like to listen to me at all. The more I tell him to do something, the more he's not going to do it. So what's your tips on that? How do I get a 4-year-old and 6-year-old to look at the eclipse safely?
I think duct tape is appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of wrap it around their head with glasses.
That's not a bad idea, right? Just and then when I have to take it out, that'll be screaming.
They'll have a stripe.
Yeah,
there'll
right.
be a little hair loss, but it grows back.
Oh my gosh,
well, most of it.
Yeah, right. I saw a thing on Facebook where they had like a paper plate, and they had cut the glasses spots out of the paper plate, and then had like little slits cut on the side where they stuck the glasses things through.
Yes.
And it was just easier for the kids to hold up.
Yes.
So,
it's much easier than the little glasses that can slide up and down.
And they're so
all that.
flimsy, and at least the ones I have, they're pretty flimsy. And so yeah, I thought maybe I'll try that and just be easier for their little hands to grip on. But Maddox, my 4-year-old, he is like a little fashionista. He loves any accessories, so I'm guessing he'll probably like them and want to wear them all the time. But
Well, I think you can. They encourage you to color on them too, right? Make your own designs and everything.
oh, I don't
on
know.
the paper plates.
Oh, the paper plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. We can have a little craft time before. I love it. So, as far as safety goes, what are some tips that you would like to let everyone know on our that are viewing us?
Okay, first thing is the glasses themselves. Make sure they are the right kind. There are some fakes out there, but if they have an ISO number on one of the sides, normally that means they're safe for
Okay.
viewing the sun.
Okay.
And so you'll look for that, of course. And another tip I always do is when I take my glasses out, I'll hold them up to the sun first and, do a little back
Okay.
and forth just to make sure there aren't any little holes or scratches or anything
Oh.
like that on it,
That's a good idea.
because they'll show right through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really easy to see if they have anything.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then you're probably ready to go.
Okay. That's good to know. And one thing that I learned on Monday night when we were at the presentation at the First Christian Church, was how quick you can be blinded, when you're looking at this eclipse. So she kind of really focused on if you're looking through a telescope or you're looking through binoculars, which is all fine and dandy.
With the proper filters.
With the proper filters.
Yeah.
Make sure you have those filters on and to set a timer. So during totality, you can take the filters off, but set a timer. It's supposed to last, 4
4
minutes.
minutes around here, 4
Yep.
minutes, 3 seconds. So 4
So-
minutes would be a good timer.
Yes, or even a little earlier.
Yeah.
So because they said once that totality goes away, and if you're staring right into it, it'd be hard to pull away
Yes.
fast enough. So, just be safe out there. Look things up or educate yourself and enjoy this experience, but enjoy it safely.
Yeah,
So-
I would recommend if you have your glasses on and you're watching the eclipse before totality,
Yeah.
once you can't see anything in your glasses, it's safe to take them off.
Right. Yes.
Because if you leave them on, you're going to miss everything.
Yes.
And then you're going to notice it's just start to dimly get a little brighter.
Right.
That's the time to put them back on.
Right.
Right before that sun pops back out.
Okay.
And you go with the diamond ring or Bailey's
I was gonna say, what was it
beads
called? Yeah, diamond
Yeah.
ring. What was the other one?
and Bailey's beads.
Okay, Bailey's beads.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember hearing that term too. But I'm just so excited. In 2017, I was in Mount Vernon. I was working at the time, and we didn't get the day off or anything. And I am not a big star nerd like you or my sister-in-law Samantha Vaughn, or I wasn't at the time. I didn't get excited about it. I knew I had to work, whatever. We walked out to the parking lot and we looked up, and I was like, okay, I got to go back to work. But I'm so excited about this one. Like,
Yeah, Mount Vernon wasn't in totality last
yes.
time. And they weren't here either, which
Okay.
is why I left that day. It was on a Monday.
Yeah.
Well, it was summer.
Yes.
I didn't have to work.
Oh, yeah.
So I went down to Eddyville, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
And there's a big gravel parking lot there. And I had scouted it out about 3 weeks before.
Yeah.
And said, well, this looks like a good place. I can come. And so I went down there, and about 300 people showed up.
Oh my gosh! Just in a random parking lot in
Yeah.
Eddyville, Illinois, which is not a big
No, it was
area.
a truck stop. It was a gravel lot. And they had a couple of pumps.
Yeah.
And a store where you could get pizza and drinks.
Oh my gosh!
And a bathroom.
I was gonna say that probably came in handy.
I think the only other business in Eddyville is a furniture store, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I think there's a furniture store down there
That's
too.
hilarious.
Because it would be on the other side of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
highway.
You're
from
probably
where I
right.
was.
You're probably right at the curve there, right?
Go right in. It's right there on your left. You
Yeah.
just drive into it, and there you are.
Oh my
And
gosh!
we had people from Michigan, Iowa,
How fun!
Missouri, Indiana.
And everyone's there for the same
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
And that's what I keep hearing people talk about is like the camaraderie of these random places
yeah.
that you end up, and you have so much fun. You make all these friends, and everyone's there.
Yeah, there were. We had a tent and telescope set up, and we were actually watching it on a screen too.
Oh wow!
And so I went around to all the different cars and vehicles and
Yeah.
let them know that you can come over and look through the telescope.
Yeah.
And I did notice there was a couple other telescopes there that
Right.
other people had brought.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
they weren't from our club, and I
Right.
didn't really know who they were. But I talked to them,
Yeah.
and they even came down and looked at our setup.
Oh, cool.
And, so they got to see, safely,
Right.
just viewing it on a screen. They didn't
Right.
have to actually look through the telescope.
Right.
But that worked out really well.
That's really neat. So do you have that recorded? What was on your screen? Did you get to record that?
The guy that did it,
Yeah, he has it.
he did.
That's really neat.
That is cool.
Because I'm sure it's, the eye is a wonderful instrument, but being able to zoom in on it like that and see the detail of it, I'm sure that is very, very cool to see. So, so you're going to have your telescope
Yes.
out at Frontier Community College, right?
Yes.
On Monday. What time are you planning on setting up? I mean, I know you're starting probably
Yeah,
today.
I'm starting today bringing stuff out there
Yeah.
to put in one of the rooms that they lock up. And then Monday morning, I'll probably go over by 10 to start bringing stuff out. But it doesn't start till 12:45.
Right.
So if you just want to look at the sun without anything going on, that's fine. I
Yeah.
should have stuff set up by 11 or so and be ready to go. But totality start, or not totality, but the first touch is at 12:45 and a few seconds.
Okay.
And then that goes until 2:02, which is when totality starts.
Okay.
And then that goes to a little after 2:06. And then, of course, it just goes the opposite direction, and watch the rest of the moon pass in front of the sun and the sun come back out.
Oh my gosh. I'm so, so excited. And in the middle of it all, we have a wedding. We have a wedding that's happening. So I'm so excited for that. But yeah, go out to Frontier Community College and take a look through the telescope.
Yeah.
Will you have a screen this time where people can look
Oh,
at
no.
it? No.
No, I
yeah.
won't. I don't
You'll-
have
you're
the hookup
I was
to
gonna
do
say
that.
you're the lone ranger this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So tell us about your club. You mentioned the club.
Oh, yeah. It's the Evansville Astronomical Society.
Okay.
It's been in existence since the early 40s, I believe.
Wow.
It used to meet at the museum in Evansville in the old planetarium, which was up on top of the old part of the museum.
Okay.
And then they built in 1980 an observatory out in Linville Park, Linville, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
And started meeting there from that time on. I joined in 1982,
Yeah.
so I've been a member for a long time.
Not to show your age or anything.
No, I was 5 when I joined, and well, maybe a little more.
Right.
I could drive.
Yeah.
And I found them I went to Evansville to Eastland Mall, and they were putting on a show. And that's how I found out they existed. Yeah.
That's cool. And you've always just had a love for astronomy
Oh,
since
yeah.
you were
yeah,
a little
since
boy?
I was a kid, I had
Yeah.
a telescope, had no idea what I was doing with it. And but I had fun with it. And then once I got out of college where I could have some time again,
Yes, right.
I joined the club. I've been an officer for many years in different positions.
Cool.
Everything from vice president down to counselor, which is what I am now.
Mm-hmm.
And we basically show up at the meetings and help with any stargazing events. We do programs for groups. Boy Scouts come in and do their badges.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of stuff. We go to certain places and do star parties for people. And
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Samantha and Denny, remember that. We can have star parties.
That's true.
That's so fun. I love that. Well, very cool. I mean, yeah, Evansville Astronomical Society was nothing I knew about until, I've talked to you and learned about it, but it's such a neat club to have for people that, want to
and,
be involved and learn more.
The
And,
observatory is about an hour and 10 minutes from right here.
Mm.
And almost all interstate.
Wow. So, yeah,
All it-
easy drive.
You pop down to the interstate, you drive over the Linville exit, get off,
Yeah.
go up to the club, which is about 4 miles down the road.
Oh, okay.
Back on 68, Indiana 68 at Linville Park,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Well, easy drive.
Easy drive.
So you are a instructor, professor out at the college, and you teach astronomy classes and stuff.
Yes.
So do you do a field trip with the kids? Like, do they get to go and check that out?
I
Or
offered that as extra credit.
oh, that's nice.
Since I'm almost at every single meeting,
yeah.
And a lot of the star parties, I may do the presentation
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And so if they come, I know they're there. And if I'm not there for whatever reason, I just say, get a piece of paper or have one of
Right.
the people there sign it and bring
Right,
it back.
right.
And I'll know you were there because I know
Right.
everybody that's there.
Barney Simpson was not there.
Yes.
That's not an accurate signature, you know.
Right. That's right. A praw print doesn't work.
Yeah. I had a signature, but then my dog ate it, you know? That's hilarious. That's such a fun extra credit, though. And I know you offered extra credit this week for them to attend Monday night at the First Christian Church. I
Yes.
saw a couple of your students
Yes.
come. One of them even mentioned, I picked the perfect semester to be in Ken Harris's class because there's so much going on right now with
Yeah.
astrology, and they've had lots of opportunities for extra credit and
And
stuff.
I also give them extra credit if they go to the planetarium in Evansville.
Okay.
Since they have a brand new planetarium,
Yeah.
costs $3.5 million.
Oh, my gosh.
My good friend Mitch Luhman was director at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He has since retired, and they have a new young lady running it.
Okay.
But it's a state-of-the-art, wonderful planetarium.
Wow. Yeah, I need to put that on my bucket list to
I did
go
not
over and
even
check
know
out.
they had a planetarium over there.
They've
no
had
clue.
a planetarium, well, since the 40s.
Wow, very cool. So that's something the public can go and visit. And,
I think it costs $7.
oh, yeah.
Something
Right.
like that to get in and watch it. And they have days that it's free.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow they're doing events all day down at the museum.
Yeah.
And so all the planetarium shows are free.
Wow, that's cool. My kids, they both want to be an astronaut when they get big. So, and they both have astronaut costumes that they're wearing to the wedding on Monday. But they, I think they would really enjoy that, getting to go and check
and
it
they
out.
do specific programs for
kids. Yeah. Thank goodness for them. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, that is so cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll have to
it
check
is.
that out. Have you been to the one in Chicago, the Adler?
The Adler, no. No,
Okay.
I've been to the one in St. Louis,
Okay.
which is very large
Yes.
and really nice. And
Yeah.
they've updated a few times since I've been there. So if you're in St. Louis and have time,
Go check it out.
Check it out. It's well worth it. Their club has like 300 members, and they do a
Wow.
lot of outreach.
Wow. That's really cool. We have Samantha Vaughn chiming in on the live chat. She says, "Hey, Mr. Harris," with exclamations and hearts. And then she said, can you just change the venue to my parents' place on Monday? Samantha, I wish we would have thought of that a long time ago to ask him to come out. I mean, how cool would that be at our
Yeah.
wedding to have, that set up out there? So, dang it. Next time.
Next time.
Right. We're going to go ahead and book you for 20 years from now. 21, right?
Well, the next one in the United States is in 2044.
Okay, but that's not going to cross over us.
Not even close.
No.
It's
where do we-
Montana.
Montana. Oh, I'll go to Montana.
Yeah.
I happen to have a brother that lives in Bozeman.
Well, there you go.
Perfect. Dang
And
it.
then in 2045, we have one that's getting close.
Mm-hmm.
It's going down through Arkansas and Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama
Now,
and
is that
Florida.
the one? Is that the one that's
Okay.
Disney World is gonna have 6 minutes of totality? Then
Something like that.
wow.
Can you imagine? I don't even like Disney World on a regular day.
Yeah.
I am not going on a totality day.
There are other places besides Disney
Right,
World
that
to
you could go. Yes, that's where I would be. Because, gosh, I don't know when it happened, at what age. Crowds,
Yeah.
it's too much. I can't. I used to love amusement parks, and now
Oh, yeah.
it's like, I think maybe kids. I think when you have kids and the anxiety of like keeping them by you
Yes.
and, getting lost, and I can't hardly do crowds anymore. And I appreciate our small town so much. Like, they're even leaving Evansville or like Clarksville. My family lives in Clarksville. There's a certain point on 64 that you hit, and it's just like,
I'm home.
I'm home. Look, there's like 3 other cars on the road,
About
like,
the burnt prairie.
yes,
exit,
Burnt
I
Prairie
think.
exit.
Yeah.
You hit Chuckwagon Charlie's, and you're like, the smell of fried food. And
Yeah, I was coming back from Harrisburg on Wednesday, and on some of the roads, and there's some really nice roads down there.
Yes.
But I'd be driving along and look around and think, where is everybody? There's nobody on the road.
That's funny. Harrisburg, they're on in totality too, are they?
You know,
I can't remember for sure, but a friend I have that lives in
yeah, they should be because the center line goes through McLeansboro.
Oh, okay.
And so they'll have about 75 miles on each side
Oh
of that.
yeah, it's a really
It's
wide.
a really wide field this time.
Yes.
Last time it was only in 2017, it was 75 miles wide.
Okay.
Pretty narrow. This time it's 115.
Wow.
or
yeah.
more.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how lucky for Carbondale and that area to be in it both times,
Yes.
totality. I mean,
Yes.
how lucky are they? I would have liked to have been down there, this time or last time for it. It seems like they have a lot going on too.
Oh,
but
yeah.
We
Yeah.
have a lot going on here too for a small town,
We do.
We're,
We do. Starting tonight and all the way through.
Yes, all the way through Monday. I'm so excited.
Really?
and-
There's something going on?
I know, right? You haven't heard
Really?
anything about it,
I
right?
didn't know anything about that.
I've been on the radio twice this morning already, called in to WNOI, shout out to them, but just talking about the Little Texas concert, and I saw someone share on Facebook the schedule of events for the weekend. They're like, if you can't find something to do
Yeah.
in Fairfield this weekend, you know.
We say that every week.
Oh, we do.
It's just like we go through the list of events and we're just like, if you can't find something to do in
Yes.
Fairfield, there's something wrong with you.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves is everyone always talks about, oh, there's nothing to do in Fairfield. There's
Yeah.
nothing to do for, this age group or that age group. And Mark and I go through the schedule of events and we're just like, what? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
But the pet peeve, the biggest part is they'll complain that there's nothing to do. And then we host these, we work
Events.
really
And
hard
nobody
to have
shows
these
up,
events.
yeah.
And then, we struggle to get people there. So we're excited. Tonight is the first time ever. One of Little Texas's hit songs is First Time for Everything.
Yeah.
First Time for Everything. We're having a beer tent at the Wayne County Fairgrounds for the Little Texas and Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils concert. So that'll start at 5 p.m. Shout out to the Fairfield Elks Lodge for doing that. Mark's going to they're trusting Mark to sling some beers, apparently. Are you going to be slinging them or are you going to be drinking them? Maybe a little both.
Well, not for the first hour.
Okay, all right.
I'll be slinging them for the first hour.
And then once you get in that all-inclusive box seat, then things may change, huh?
They may.
Oh my goodness! So tickets are still on sale for that. The box seats are very limited, and the chairbacks are very limited. General admission. It's crazy how many people can actually fit in that grandstand.
Yes.
It's like 1,800. isn't it?
1,800
It's a
general
lot
admission.
bigger than people think.
Yes, it's. They told me that number when I was listing the tickets on for sale online, and I was like, 1,800. Are you sure? Like, do you mean 180?
Not to mention the people that are going to be on the infield in
Yeah,
front
then
of the stage.
then we have the pit passes, so it's standing room only, but you can be up there, with your Little Texas. I love Little Texas signs, and that'll be fun. I assume that'll probably be a younger crowd down there, but
I would think. Maybe.
who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited about that, and there's a craft fair that starts today too at 1 out at the fairgrounds.
It's all weekend, right?
It's all weekend long, all the way through Monday. And they're going to start selling tickets at the grandstands at 4. Beer tent will start at 5. Grandstands will open at 5, so you can find your seat, set your blankies down. But yeah, dress warm for
Food
that.
trucks.
Food trucks, yeah.
All over the place, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's 10 food trucks set to be out there, so please.
Not to mention the ones that are around town. I saw 2 or 3 set up last night already.
Yeah. At the courthouse, there's a food court set up there. It's just one vendor, but he's got like 3 trucks set up there. I'm like, I'm anxious to see what he's offering up there. But yeah, it'll be a good night, and we hope everyone will join us. And yeah, all weekend long, lots of fun. So go to Solar Eclipse Fairfield IL to find out more about that, or SolarEclipseFairfield2024.com to talk about that. So, all right, let's get back to Ken. Make you talk some more. What classes do you teach at Frontier? And you used to teach high school.
Yeah.
At what point did you move to college?
Well, I taught at the high school for 36 years.
Okay.
And retired in 2014.
Okay.
I've taught at the college since 1990, 91, some
Oh,
word
okay.
like
So you're
that.
doing both at the same time.
Yeah, I was doing part-time at night. And I was just teaching astronomy, one astronomy class for many years.
Right.
And then when I got to the point of looking at retirement from the high school, the college approached me and said, "Would you like to teach more classes?"
You're like, I'm trying to retire.
And I went, "Well, like what?" And
Yeah.
then they gave me this sheet with 50 classes and said, "Pick."
Yeah. Take your pick.
And so I kept my astronomy, of course.
Yeah.
But I did a physical science class, which included geology and weather and climate
Oh.
and astronomy.
Yeah.
And, it's a physical science.
That's
so
cool.
that kind of fed into my astronomy class. And then I also taught environmental biology, which I thought would be weird, but when I looked at the book, I went, "Oh, this isn't bad at all."
Kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, I worked on a farm for 20 years.
Okay.
And so I had a little background in the material, and I went and looked at it and went, won't be a problem.
Yeah.
And
good.
then, of course, I have a master's in guidance and counseling, so I have a lot of psychology.
Okay.
And so now I teach psychology classes, and I teach human growth and development, marriage and family,
Wow.
just a wide range of whatever they need for whatever semester.
Yeah.
And
Wow. So you said you have a master's in psychology, or what'd you say?
guidance and
Guidance.
counseling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your education background? Where'd you go to school? What are your
I went
degrees?
up to Eastern,
Okay.
and got my bachelor's degree up there in elementary special ed,
Okay.
which is at that time the certificates were K through 12,
Okay.
and then later I had to switch to 6 through 12
Uh-huh.
because they divided it. State.
Yeah, they like to change
they
things.
like paperwork, so they did. And but yeah, that's what I did. And then I went back in 1990 and got my master's degree in guidance and counseling. And so then that made me eligible to teach at the college.
Okay.
And you have to have a master's to teach
Okay.
any transferable classes.
Okay.
And all my classes are transferable, so I had to have a master's to do that.
Wow.
So. And
Yeah.
now they've even made it worse in that you have to have a master's in your subject area.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
I
that's a
think
fun little loophole.
That kind of was. I got grandfathered in on everything.
Good.
Because I'd been doing it for
Yeah.
25 years at that
Right.
time.
Right.
And they all went, he can still do that.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad, because that is kind of a pain when you do have such a broad education.
Oh yeah.
You're from
Yeah.
astronomy to special ed and all of this. To have a master's specifically in each, that's really limiting.
Yes.
What professors can
Can
do,
do,
and
yes.
it really ties the college's hands too to be
Yes,
able.
it makes it much more difficult finding instructors.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you
Wow.
have, if they replace me, which I don't know if they can, but if they replace,
You're irreplaceable.
I should say when they replace me, they'll have to have somebody with enough graduate hours in astronomy.
Yeah.
Well, astronomy includes a lot of math.
Yeah.
So they can also teach math and some areas like that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Not just an astronomy class and a lab class, which is what I teach now.
Right.
But they'll
That-
have to teach other classes too for
Yeah.
full load.
Right. There is some flexibility there, I
A little
guess.
bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right. So we're talking about math. It brings up. I'm going to talk about your kids a little bit.
Oh.
We were talking beforehand about Ken's kids. Dan Harris is our unpaid.
He is the stat guru.
the stat guru. He just enjoys it so much.
He loves it.
And he loves sports, and he
Yeah.
just follows them all. He's in St. Louis area, right?
Yeah, he's over in Columbia right
Okay,
now.
yep.
That's where he lives. Now, he comes home on weekends sometimes just to go to the library to do research.
Oh
on
my
all
gosh.
this background material he has.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of it comes from.
Wow. Very cool.
Goes back through the old papers and
Yeah.
the little, the readers that you had
Yeah.
had it,
Uh-huh.
and all that microfiche.
Yeah.
And that's where he gets all of his information. He does a lot of research.
That's amazing, and we appreciate it so
Yeah.
much. I mean, I love stats, I don't love to do them, or you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate them, and I'm so thankful for the people like Dan and then like Brian Turner or Weeze, you know,
Yes.
as far as like Fairfield sports history, Wayne County sports history, you know, they're just so knowledgeable and such a huge asset to our community, and I am thankful for them for sure. And you know, we'll just be on a live stream, and all of a sudden Dan will, you know, chime in and tell
Yeah.
us a fun stat
Yeah.
or correct us on, you know, something we said wrong,
Yes.
which we appreciate.
So and so's father scored 50 points against this team that
Yeah.
they're playing tonight.
Right,
in
right,
19
right.
Yeah, I mean, it was great.
The most random things that, you know, but yeah, we appreciate him, and one day I hope Mule Nation can be big enough we can just bring him back, you know, pay him a nice little salary and have a on staff stat guy.
It's getting there.
I know we're trying.
We're growing.
Slowly but surely. Oh my gosh. And then Jenny.
Daughter Jennifer.
Yep.
She is living up by Indy.
Mm-hmm.
She works for a pharmaceutical company, and she travels a lot. She no longer is she doesn't know sale
Right.
anymore, but she's in charge of sales
Oh wow.
over a 5-state region.
Oh my
So
goodness.
she's kind of a general manager over these 5 states.
Wow.
And she has to go out and ride around with these representatives
Right.
to see what they're doing, how
Yep.
they contact people, and things like that. And so she does travel a lot.
Yeah.
And she does have 2 kids.
2 boys?
A boy and a
girl.
girl.
Okay.
Yeah. The oldest one's a boy who loves football, which
Aww.
makes his uncle very happy.
I can imagine.
And he was on the Center Grove football team this year. Center Grove is a big powerhouse in Indiana
Oh, cool.
and in football. And he was on their 6th grade team, which they went undefeated
Wow.
and won the championship. And then they went to Ohio and won a championship over there.
Wow. Congratulations.
So,
That's amazing.
He loves to hit people.
Just hopefully not his little sister, right?
Oh,
not
he
tackling
adores
her. Oh,
Adores
good.
her.
Good. That's so nice. I always say, like, so a lot of my friends, they have the older, you know, older daughter, and then they have the little kids, you know, and I'm like, man, that would be nice. Which we have Jackson, but he's over in Troy. But man, to have that older kid just to help pick up a kid,
Oh,
or
yeah.
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
entertain for a little bit. Just
Yes,
something
and-
like,
and
man,
she
that's
loves
nice.
him,
Yes.
and whatever he does is great, and
Yep.
he just
He
takes
hung the
care of her.
moon, I'm sure,
Yeah.
for her. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's so special. And I know a lot of times when you have an age gap like that, the parents worry, like,
Oh yeah,
how's it going to be? He's been the only child for so long. And to see that bond immediately, you know, as soon as the baby's born, it's beautiful. It really is. So, all right, Mark, you want to give us the weather for the weekend?
Well, today is going to be, it's going to be all right. Sun's going to shine for a little bit later on. The cloud's going to get a high of 51 or so. But, for the concert, we're still looking mid to upper 40s
All right.
by the time the show starts tonight.
Bring your blankies.
Sunshine tomorrow, 58. They've taken rain out of the forecast for Sunday. Going to be windy, though, with a high of 66.
Yay!
Monday, partly sunny and 75. And then Tuesday, high of 72. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rainfall, and then Saturday and Sunday for sunshine for Saturday and Sunday of next week.
It'll probably change before then, but
It
I'm just
will
excited.
change before 2 o'clock. I
Yeah,
guarantee you.
right. I'm excited. Monday is supposed to be nice, and when I looked, it was showing all sunny. So I hopefully it's no clouds.
yeah. I
you
was
know?
watching the Weather Channel this morning.
Were you?
And of course, they're doing a lot of stuff about the eclipse now.
Right.
And Stephanie Abrams is down in Texas. Mm-hmm. They're probably not going to get to see it.
Oh,
They're
really?
calling for
It's
clouds. Just 3 different decks of clouds.
Oh no!
And the farther north you go, the clearer it becomes.
yes.
And so they're saying around here, we have a pretty decent chance of seeing the eclipse.
Good.
Good deal.
Good. I am so glad. One thing that which you teach some weather or whatever in your classes, but one thing that they talked about was if it's hot, right? And then
Yeah.
when the totality happens and that temperature drops.
Yes, that was very noticeable in 2017.
Yeah, and they said that the temperature drops, and then that could create clouds. In 2017, it was summer. It was really hot.
Yes, very hot, humid, and down at Carbondale in the stadium, a cloud formed over the stadium during the eclipse.
Because of how hot it was in there and the amount of people that were hot in there,
Yes.
and then the temperature dropped, and they created their own cloud, which is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, there were people that missed it all because
Yeah.
of their own sweat.
There's no other way to put it than their own sweat caused it. But
Yeah,
and they said
and-
as soon as the totality started, that cloud formed.
Yep.
And then, like
That's
after it was
just
over,
crazy.
the cloud went away.
Dissipated. Yeah.
So they said if you were outside the stadium, 300 yards or whatever, could see it perfectly fine.
Yep. It was clear.
Isn't that
That
funny?
is just crazy.
So they've
She said-
learned
and
their
that
lesson.
was the only place that happened in a stadium. She
Yeah.
mentioned another place.
Yes.
Same thing happened.
Yeah. It wasn't just them. It was the factors of heat and
Moisture
and
and-
moisture and then the temperature dropping. So it's just something you wouldn't have ever thought about. Another
No.
thing that got brought up was we hadn't thought about street lights coming on.
Oh, yes.
So we had to talk
Yes.
to the city and make sure that we had those timers off during the day.
Yeah.
Because we want to, or the sensors off, because we want to make sure if people are in town,
Yes.
the lights aren't coming on and kind of ruining the cool effect, you know?
Now, in 2017, I wasn't real far off the center line, so it wasn't as dark as people think it'll be.
Right.
I mean, it's twilight, late twilight.
Yeah.
It's going to get darker than that this time because the shadow's so much bigger and we're going to be under it so much longer
Yes.
that it's just going to be amazing.
It's going to be a lot darker. And one thing that I didn't understand was, like you said, we weren't in totality in 2017. And that wasn't stressed to me how big of a difference it is
yes.
from being in totality and being right outside it
Yep.
or whatever.
It was still
Drive,
pretty dark in 2017 here too.
Yeah, but drive in, and they said it's like night and day because
Yes.
you do get such a better effect. You can see it so much better, all of these things.
Yes.
And Bruce Dickey was the one that was telling me they were down in Carbondale, I believe, in 2017. And I mean, he's like, it's just something you'll never understand until you experience it.
Yes, if you've never seen one
Yeah.
before, you really don't have. You can see the pictures, and
Right.
people can
You're like,
talk,
whatever,
but, you know,
yeah.
until you actually see the eclipse and the splendor of it,
Yeah.
Makes a difference.
and that's what it is. It's a splendor
Yeah.
of it,
Yeah.
and it really is something that can move people
Yeah.
because of the beauty of it, just
Yeah.
the beauty of nature.
Right. This is such our world, to think about it. I mean, it's just overwhelming sometimes, right? To
Yes.
think about the endlessness of our universe and the stars and just how amazing it is that we're all just floating in space and the sun and the moon are aligning perfectly for this, magical event. Like, I don't know, it's just too much for my small little brain to take in sometimes. But yeah, I think it's a twice in a lifetime event, right?
Yes.
And I didn't get to experience it in 2017, so I'm really looking forward to it on Monday, and super excited to get to have a wedding in the middle of it all, in the center of it all, as well.
There you go. The center of it all.
The center of it all.
Are they having koozies made? Because
I don't know.
weddings, they always make canned koozies.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, Samantha, if you're not on it, I was thinking it today. We need T-shirts and we need koozies. So
Let's
I know
say-
you have nothing else going on. If you want to make your own koozies and T-shirts.
We're in the center of it all.
Yep, getting married in the center of it all. I love it. It's so much fun. But all right, let's see what's next on our list. Broadcast this week from Mule Nation and Bobcat Nation. We had a really busy week, let me tell you. We had a busy weekend of games getting canceled, games getting postponed, games getting canceled, games getting postponed.
Yeah.
So we were busy on the back end, updating the schedule, checking availability, you
Yeah.
know, that type of stuff. Spring sports, man, they're fun, aren't they?
Yesterday at about 1 o'clock that was a pretty intense half an hour
Oh
for
my
me.
gosh. Yeah. So Mikkel Snyder, she was my intern this past summer, and she still does our Mule Nation posts for us because, you got to have social media activity regardless of what you are. But she handles those, and the day before, had gotten canceled or moved. And so she texted me. She's like, "Are the games happening today?" And I was like, "I don't know." I said, "If you want to wait till later, that's fine." And so I
Then
don't
you
know.
text me.
So no, it was probably about noon. I can't remember, but about noon maybe. And I texted her, said, "Go ahead and post them. We haven't heard anything. Go ahead and post them." I mean, it wasn't 10 minutes later, and Coach Townsend texted me and text us and said, "We'll have an answer for you and a decision made in the next 30 minutes." So I'm like, "Of course, we just posted it." And then we get the text that's canceled, and I'm like, so I'm running crazy this week with just so much going on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So I'm like, "Mark, can you handle this? Like, we need to they've been moved to tomorrow. We got to check, the contractor's availability. Can they cover? If they can't, find someone else to cover. We need to update the Google Calendar. We need to, Mikkel, can you update the Facebook post, And so, yeah, it was pure chaos for about 30 minutes on
30,
my end.
45 minutes,
Your
yeah.
end. Yeah. But spring sports,
Hey,
that's all you can say.
It was all taken care of.
It's all good. We got it covered today. So that leads us into upcoming broadcasts. Today, FCHS baseball and softball versus El Dorado.
Yep. Conference game.
Conference game, 4:30 p.m. It will be a chilly one, but go
Not
out
as
and
chilly as it would have been yesterday.
for real. Go out and check that out or find it on Mule Nation starting about 4:30 p.m. Tomorrow, April 6th, we have Bobcats baseball versus my alma mater, Lincoln Trail College. The Bobcats versus the Statesmen.
Are they the States? Okay, I was thinking they were the rail splitters.
Well, they're the Statesmen.
Okay.
Yep. So go out and support Bobcats baseball. They are undefeated at home. Knock on wood. Let's go
They've
Bobcats
won,
tomorrow. Keep that
Their
streak alive.
record's above 20 wins for the year. I mean, it's impressive.
They've had a great season. Coach McHugh has done a wonderful job recruiting and coaching those kids. And
we got a couple of the ball players coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, April 19th, I think we're having some Bobcats baseball players come on the show. So I think he handpicked which ones, he was allowing to come talk live. So we're excited to have them. But yeah, you can catch that stream. I believe noon is first pitch. It'll be a double header. And you can go out to FNB Field and watch that live or find us on Bobcat Nation on YouTube.
Weather's going to be pretty warm. Temps going to be pretty warm tomorrow.
It's
so
going to be a beautiful
nice, yeah.
day.
Supposed to be sunny, isn't it?
Yeah, sunny and a little warmer.
Yeah.
So, go out there, check that out. And then there's all these events going on in town, which we'll get to. But yeah, just plan to be out and about in Fairfield tomorrow. The next broadcast will be Tuesday, April 9th. Bobcats baseball again at home with versus Wabash Valley at 12 and 2:30. And then we will also be broadcasting FCHS baseball versus Edwards County at 4:30. Thursday, April 11th, we have Bobcats baseball versus Kaskaskia at 3 p.m. So they've got a full week ahead of them.
It's going to be crazy next week, too.
Yes, it is. Spring sports are stressful, number one, because of the weather.
Yeah.
But they keep us hopping. It's busy during the spring because we're doing.
We're always getting a text or a call that says, hey, we've moved this game to this day, and the time is going to be moved to this time.
And then we have to rearrange our schedule because we cover every Bobcats home baseball and softball. So I don't want to say that takes priority, but if if it does get moved, that's our commitment to them. We have, promised them that. And baseball and softball, we cover majority of games for the high school, but we do have a little bit more flexibility. If we have to cancel one of those streams, we'll pick up another one. So, but yeah, it's a fun little chess match. All right, upcoming local events. Let's get into it. Talk about all the fun we have going on. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Craft and Vendor Fair today at the Wayne County Fairgrounds in the Floral Hall, starting at 1 p.m. until 10 p.m. And then again tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sunday, 1 to 6 p.m., and Monday, 10 to 4. If you want to go out and shop those, I want to say local vendors, but they're actually not all local. We have people coming from Michigan. I can't remember all the different states that they said, but we got people coming in from all over, and they'll be set up at the Wayne County Fairgrounds Floral Hall.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Shout out to Martha Hooper for putting that on. I know it takes a lot of work to put on a vendor
It
fair,
does.
so go out and support them. We also have Little Texas tonight and Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils. The doors, this flyer says, open at 6 p.m., but tickets will be on sale now at SolarEclipseFairfield2024.com, or you can get them at the grandstand starting at 4 p.m., and then at 5, they're going to start letting people in to put their blankets down, find their seats, go check out all the food vendors before Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils come out.
Those general admission seats are going to be just like going to a Mules football game.
Yeah, sitting on the
There'll
bleachers.
be blankets set up. With,
Yeah, right.
you know,
Or back in the day when they had the prom in front of the Elks, you know, you'd have
Yeah.
your chairs set
Oh,
up
yeah.
a day before, and yeah, that's Fairfield's way. Parades, you know. But Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils will start at 6:30, so we want everyone to get there early enough to enjoy that local band as well. Fairfield Summer Baseball signups. The last 2 signups are this weekend, April 6th and April 7th. The 6th from 9 to noon and the 7th from 12 to 3. And those will be at Leo French Park Maintenance Building. We have tomorrow downtown extravaganza starting at 11 a.m. at the parking lot just east of the post office on Delaware there. And we're going to have a bubble machine and have music, have a dance party. We're going to have chalk art and like a little chalk obstacle course type thing. And it's going to be a good time. Tro snow is going to be set up. Tropical snow is going to be set up. We're going to have face painting. So it'll be a fun time. And then we also, Blessed Blooms is having a spring market tomorrow. So go check them out with all the local vendors there. And then go over to Fusion starting at 5 p.m. for live music with Connor Atterbury. Fusion also has some specialty drinks and stuff for the weekend.
I saw the
Totality.
the latte.
Yes, yeah. So I'm going to have to go and check that out. Landon's never made me a bad thing. So I trust him. And yeah, I want to try it because let's get in the totality spirit, you know? All right. And then if you don't get enough of Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils tonight, head on over to the Fairfield Elks Lodge starting at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils free concert at the Fairfield Elks Lodge starting at 7 p.m. Special guest Lucas Reaver and Neely Compton. She's going to be singing. So she is an amazing talent as well and a rarity for us to get to hear her perform. So go out and support those local musicians and just have a good time on Saturday night. Then Sunday Fun Day. Have fun on Saturday night and then go repent on Sunday morning. That's Sunday Fun Day at Leo French Park. Jason Mason will be giving preaching his sermon starting at noon. You can get up there. Actually, the activities are going to start at 11 a.m. And then Jason will give his sermon at noon. And then, I mean, all day long, there's going to be fun up there. There's going to be food vendors. Some of the music, live music. Some of the CO kids are bringing their businesses up there and selling some of their things. Go support them. And then Chuck a Duck. Chuck a Duck for $1. It's brilliant. It's brilliant marketing. Chuck a Duck for $1. Yep, you can get them today, Carnaby Square, the Chamber, or you can buy them tomorrow, Sunday, while you're there. And that'll be at 5:30 p.m. And that's sponsored by VPF, Volunteers for Progressive Fairfield. And then at 7:45, we're going to have Wonka outdoor music or outdoor movie. And that's from VPF as well. And P&B is sponsoring that. They're going to have Wonka there. They're going to have golden tickets.
Really?
And the chocolate.
All right.
So I may fight my kid for that. I'm not going to lie.
Normally the VPF movies, they're normally on a Saturday, but because of the special activities, Sunday makes a great day for
It's perfect. The kids don't have school on Monday. Shout out to the Wayne County Schools for letting the kids out on Monday to enjoy this twice-in-a-lifetime event. And
Well, and for some of them, it's a first in a lifetime event.
it's a first for me. It's a first for my husband and my kids. You know, we're very, very excited about it. So, yeah, come out Sunday night. Hopefully, like Mark said, the rain's out of the forecast, and it'll be a beautiful night for that.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. All right, and believe it or not, there is a live pass this weekend. I can't see it yet, but I believe there is. We have FCC Bobcats volleyball designer purse bingo.
That's coming up the 19th, right?
April 19th at the Fairfield Elks Lodge Glow Bingo. But yeah, there's going to have designer purses as the winnings. So support the Frontier Bobcats volleyball and plan on attending that. Then we have the FCHS Boys Basketball third annual 3-on-3 tournament. You can, it's sponsored by New Gen Concrete. That's going to be Saturday, April 20th, starting at 9 a.m. Cody Bailey has made an event on Facebook. If you want to find out more about that, check it out, get your team together, or make a donation towards the cause. You know, they're always needing new equipment and jerseys, and it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap to have a sports team or a band or anything like that. Also, Saturday, April 20th at 1 p.m., there are limited spots left for the sourdough bread workshop. It's a full workshop of all things sourdough and how you can get started on your sourdough journey. I'm attending. I'm excited about it. My mother-in-law and I are coming together, and maybe it'll make me into the homesteader I always wanted to be. You know, we'll see. But I'm looking forward to it.
Are bread machines making a comeback?
I don't know. This is like legit.
Legit.
You
okay.
get your sourdough starter, and you learn how to make bread without a bread machine.
Okay.
But
I remember back in the day, you just threw it all in there, and 30 minutes later, you had some bread.
Right. I know. Maybe they should make a comeback because that sounds pretty easy. But yeah, I'm excited. Adriana Manahan, she does these classes
she does some,
and
really cool stuff.
yeah, she has Humble Homestead is her business, and she makes this jalapeno cheddar, which I'm a spicy girl. Jalapeno cheddar. I think she has like a cinnamon, a sweeter one too. But anyways, I know she'll be out at Blessed Blooms Market tomorrow as well if you want to go taste some of her sourdough bread. Coming up also, April 26th and 27th, the Fairfield FFA plant sale. You guys ever been to it to get your plants?
Oh, my goodness.
I was eyeing those ferns already. I'm not going to lie. I am so excited. And also, it's a little ways away, but Sunday, April 28th, the Wayne County CEO Trade Show.
Yeah.
As 4 p.m. at Willow Creek
If
venue.
you've not been to that, go.
Yes, go and support those local
young people.
Yes, definitely. They've worked hard all year long, and shout out to Alyssa Short for being such a good little administrator for the CEO group. But
Betcha.
they do a wonderful job, and they have some great products to sell. So go out and check them out and support them. Local birthdays and anniversaries. Happy birthday on April 1st. No joke, Rita Odie. Happy birthday to you. April 3rd, happy birthday to TJ Vaughn, Ellen Hawkins Legg, Jesse Vaughn, Doug Bone, Alyssa Hoffman, and Amy Vaughn. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, April 4th, Teresa Headland. April 5th, today, Mike Sullivan. Happy birthday, Mike. And to my neighbor, Jamie Hodges. Happy birthday, Jamie.
And my wife.
Oh, well, happy
yeah.
birthday.
Her birthday today.
See, I need to add her to my list. That's awesome. Tomorrow we got Levi Fenton, his birthday. Happy birthday, Levi. And April 7th, Popular Day, Kathy Book, Denise Krybueller, Meredith Richards, Shelley Vaughn, and Rachel Schuneman, Barra. You just can't get away from the maiden names of people that you went to school with. Happy birthday, Rachel. All right. Question of the day. Are you going to the Bo Tatum and the Dirt Devils and Little Texas concert tonight? Let's see what kind of responses we got. I will be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. I'm excited about it. So Let's see what we got. We will be there. I splurged. We bought business. Raylan James Marketing bought a box seat for me and the fam and to hang out in. So we're excited about that. And I know I had Sammy Holmes. She chimed in, said I'll be there. Her boyfriend's Bo, so she's gonna be there as well. But we've sold quite a few tickets. Ticket sales have actually really picked up this past week. I think people just anymore they wait till
last minute.
we have so much going
A
on.
lot of people, I think, were waiting on the weather.
Yeah,
You know.
and then it got cold again, so hopefully they were like, whatever, we'll make it work.
That's right.
It's
dress
not
warm.
raining. Yeah, dress
You
warm.
know what? You get 1,800 people in those bleachers,
We'll be plenty warm.
you'll be warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deanna Swift, she said she's going. She won tickets from CSI Insurance Brokers, taking her husband, mother, and sister. They are all excited. Congratulations to you, and thank you to CSI Insurance Brokers for buying some tickets and giving those away. They gave away a box seat, which is what Deanna won, and they also bought 20 tickets and gave away to 10 different people. So each person won 2 tickets, so they got a pair of tickets. And thank you guys for doing that. Oh, Sammy said, "I guess so." Wink. She may be there. We'll see. And then Dina Smith Stout says, "Yes, I can't wait." We can't wait either, Dina. We're looking forward to a fun night in Fairfield, Illinois. Once again, you can get your tickets at SolarEclipseFairfield2024.com, or they will be on sale at the grandstand starting at 4 p.m. What you got for us today, Mark?
I have some astronomy trivia.
Oh, Lord.
And some eclipse trivia.
I was going to say, so I'm getting none of these.
Oh, no,
Ken's
you will.
getting them all.
You will. No, you will.
All right,
You
we'll
will.
see.
Number one, what is the only planet not named after a god?
Earth?
Earth?
Hey.
There you go.
You
I'm like,
got
that doesn't
one?
sound very fancy, right?
Yeah. What is the largest planet?
And it's visible right now in the night sky.
Saturn or Jupiter? Jupiter? No?
Jupiter.
Okay.
All right. How does a meteor become a meteorite?
Is it when it's burning through space at a certain point? Or when it connects, when it hits land?
When it hits Earth.
See, second time's a charm. I haven't thought about astronomy since high school, so this is like taking me back. I have a business degree. I didn't have any astronomy or science.
What is the 9th planet in our solar system?
Do we still have it?
And
Was
it
it
depends
Pluto?
on- depends on
I
who
was
you
gonna
talk
say,
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I've seen some really funny memes about that.
Yes.
Like, sometimes I'm a planet, sometimes I'm not. Like
Okay.
Pluto's so
All right.
sad.
Multiple choice now. How often do total solar eclipses occur? Every 12 months, every 18 months, every 10 years, every 7 years?
Is it every year? It's just not always visible. Do you know?
We have them every year.
Every year,
Yeah,
but it's just
we
not
do.
always visible. It's not
It just
always where
depends on
we're
Right.
at.
It may be in South America.
Right.
Every 18 months.
Every 18 months.
That's
Okay.
what it says, yep. All right. Another multiple choice.
Okay.
Which of these cities were in the path of totality in 2017 and are also in the path of totality for Monday?
Carbondale.
Carbondale, Cape Girardeau, Paducah, Kentucky.
Carbondale.
Which of those cities?
Carbondale.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it came a different direction.
That was a trick question because you didn't give us that option. Should have been
Well,
option
you
D.
didn't wait.
Or it should have been
It
option
was option D.
You said all of the above?
Yeah. All right, number 7. What U.S. president looked at a total solar eclipse without wearing his glasses?
What?
Multiple choice. Donald Trump, Harry Truman, or Bill Clinton?
They looked without their glasses,
Yeah.
but they're not blind?
Yeah. And he will tell you it's because,
I'm going to say Donald Trump.
yeah, he made us great again. So.
Okay. I'll keep my comments to myself.
All right, number 8. Which state will Monday's eclipse path through first?
Pass through first.
Yep.
Texas.
Texas. Yep. True or false? Totality is safe to look at.
False. False, false, false. Wait, totality. True.
True.
Totality's true.
Yep.
Don't look at it before or
There you go.
after. I'm sorry. I should listen better.
All right. The final question. The third installment in this series of movies was named Eclipse.
Was it the Hunger Games?
It is not the Hunger Games.
Was it the Twilight series?
It is Twilight.
Why am I only getting the second? I have to have a dumb answer, and then I come back to
There
it.
are no dumb answers.
There are always dumb
Just
answers.
as there are no
wrong
dumb
answers.
questions.
That's just something your teachers tell you to make you feel better about yourselves. Oh my
There
gosh.
are no wrong answers.
There are wrong, just no dumb, right?
Right.
Right. Oh my
Well, it
gosh.
depends on who you talk to.
Yeah. My husband thinks I have dumb answers quite often. He's like, "Seriously, Claire?" I'm like, "Listen, I'm more probably more book smart than he is. He's definitely more street smart. Like he's got more common sense, I think, than I do."
Got a little more street cred, huh?
Yeah, definitely has more street cred than I do. Definitely has more. Oh my gosh. Well, that was a fun hour.
Yeah,
It's
that
already
was
9:30.
I know.
You got any last minute tips, or you want to give another plug for your Monday, or?
Well, if it's clear, come out. We'll be there.
Yeah.
If you miss it and you still like astronomy, our club meeting is on the 19th.
Okay.
Every third Friday. We have a meeting and a speaker. We've had really good speakers lately just because the guy that gets them forward is the president of the Astronomical League.
Oh,
Which
wow.
has got 20,000 members
Wow.
worldwide.
And these are at the Evansville,
This is at Linville.
Linville.
At the
Okay.
planetarium,
Observatory.
right?
And what
Yep.
time on the 19th? You said 19th?
7:30
Okay.
in Linville
Awesome.
Park.
Yes. Mark your calendars for that and go check it out and try to get out there on Monday as well. We didn't mention there is a fundraiser going on that day, drinks and desserts. Some Frontier students are hosting that. I have the flyer right here. Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. They're going to be having lemonade, water, and coffee, and then cookies, brownies, and other desserts. April 8th, 10 till 3:30, located by Bob Boyles Hall at Frontier Community College. All money will be donated to the St. Louis Children's Hospital.
One other quick note.
Yes.
Monday, the Senior Center is having a breakfast.
Oh, yes. Their breakfast starts at 6:30 in the morning, $10 donation. I think it's like biscuits and gravy and bacon and sausage and anything you could dream of, coffee, orange juice, all that. Go out and support them. I'm not rolling my eyes. I just have something in my eyelash right now. But anywho, go out and support them. That's a great point. Thank you for bringing that up. Everyone have a wonderful weekend.
That's right.
For sure. We will see you again on Tuesday.
Chris Conner.
Chris Conard's back. Woohoo. I hadn't even looked, so thank you, Mark, for knowing that, because
Well,
my mind is
I better double check here.
legit spent right now.
Let's see
Mine gets a
here.
lot easier after Monday.
Yes, mine too.
Yep.
My notes here, it says, please join us on Friday with special guest Ken Harris. So I did not update that part of my notes, so I was just going to skip on by it.
You're
But
just going to wing it and say, we'll be back.
we'll
with
be back on
somebody."
Tuesday.
Yeah.
With a secret special guest. There's always a way to spin it, but no. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Ken, for joining us. We sure enjoyed having you, and we're lucky to have you in our community for sure. So everyone have a beautiful weekend, and we will see you on Tuesday morning.